Hello there, I am Larry David. I am a Malay language lecturer at Keningau Vocational College, Sabah, Malaysia. I'm going to present my project entitled Bijak Karangan, which is also known as Swipe and Write in English. It is a mobile app that I designed to teach my students on how to write essays, and this is becoming more relevant in line with the new norm in education. Malay language is the national language of our country, Malaysia. One of the skills that the students need to learn is to write essays according to specific formats. However, most of them find this difficult, especially for learners who are quite weak in basic writing skills. Thus, I come up with these mobile apps in order to help my students in writing. In addition, since Malaysia went for a full lockdown, at least in two main phases in the past months, the students had to learn at home, so the best way to reach to them was through digital tools like mobile apps. I call my mobile apps Bijak Karangan. Most of the students felt that essay writing was a boring task. They did not master the basic skills needed to write a proper essay, and they often said they do not have enough reference materials. Another issue that we face is the spread of false and misleading information that became worse when the pandemic began. I believe that it is important to train the students to use their mobile phones and access to internet in researching, fact-checking, evaluating, and using information that come from credible sources. My objective is to study students' perception on these mobile apps in terms of four aspects: its features and functions, its content, especially the basic descriptions and examples related to essay writing, and finally, the aesthetic part of the apps, how appealing it is to them. Another objective is to train the students to be critical in gathering, evaluating, and using information from various resources, particularly online resources. With the increased usage of mobile phones among the public, including students, and the ongoing situation that forced us to adapt to remote learning, no doubt mobile technology needs to be exploited further. Mobile-assisted language learning, also known as MALL, is the theory that supports the use of mobile devices in learning any languages. With the unprecedented amount of information that we are constantly exposed to, it is too important for the students to learn to differentiate information that can be trusted, that can be shared, and information that is questionable or fully or partially false. Thus, information or media literacy, also known as IML, another theory that supports this research project. Since the pandemic struck, many things have changed, including our school education. Nowadays, learning can take place in various forms outside the school. Being physically at school is no longer necessary, and there are many online tools and platforms that have been developed and have evolved in line with the need for remote learning and online classes. One of the most common techniques in writing essays is the usage of worksheets or print materials in the class. Students can write directly on these worksheets, but there are many limitations. My students did not find worksheets interesting. They found it hard to concentrate on reading it. Since a single page could be so woody, and finally paper are not durable, and they can easily become worn off and torn out. Another popular technique that I used in the past was activity cards. Unlike worksheets, activity cards could be more interesting and easier for the students since all of the information could be split into different cards. However, the process of preparing these cards takes time, and I have lost many of my cards and some have already worn off. Thus, the best solution was to come up with a mobile application. According to scholars, mobile apps can help students learn better because it allows teachers to interact with their students in a more personalized, individualized manner that can cater to their specific needs. It allows teachers to give proper attention to each student and to keep everyone updated on anything the most effective way. It also empowers students as they learn to become independent learners. As you can see from these screenshots, the mobile application contains the essential points on how to write an essay properly, which are presented in the form of listicles, articles that are in the form of lists. It suits the short attention span that people are able to retain nowadays. The application also reminds the users on several precautions necessary to be considered when selecting by organizing information in one's writing. I'm going to conduct this research on my students who are mostly 17 years old and they are sitting for a high stake test known as SPM. They are students of a local school in the rural area of Sabah, an island state of Malaysia. They have limited proficiency in writing as confirmed by their past test results. I am going to use three instruments: exit slips, rating checklists, and document analysis. A panel of Malay language teachers will assess the apps using the rating scales. What I expect to gain from this research project is the feedback on how to improve these mobile apps so it can cater to students' learning needs better since the current norm in education is going to stay. Mobile technology needs to be explored more in order to deliver a more effectively lesson, be in an online class, a type of remote learning or face-to-face lesson. This is the demonstration video of my mobile app. Please give me your feedback on it.